Good afternoon from Singapore at 3:44 p.m. On a Sunday, the 8th of February. Um, Last night I did a three-part stream of Code Vein 2. Um, and at the end of my third stream, or actually it was probably around the second one, I was thinking about um, Final Fantasy 3, aka Final Fantasy 6, and decided that I would play it for a bit last night after I played Code Vein. Problem was, I was just really exhausted. I was really tired. And so I streamed for about 20 minutes just talking. And then I was like, I'm done. I want to get some rest. So I think I'm going to do like a short, proper stream. Maybe, I don't know, not too long, not too short. But that's what this is going to be. A couple of quick notes about this game. I started playing it in maybe around September, October of 1994. I graduated high school in 1994, so this was my freshman year of college. Um, and here you can see that I have named my characters after numbers. So for example, I started playing this game on April 21st, 2023. And I did this for a couple of characters, just so I would know when I played this. The last time I played this game, apart from last night, was actually in March of 2025. So I'm actually glad I played last night for about 20 minutes or so to just sort of catch up and figure out where the heck I was. So I played through the section of the game, or the last time I played, we got out of Narsh, and I assume Narsh is how it's pronounced. That's how I've always called it. I completed the side mission with the Phantom Train, and that's the only one that I've completed after the group splits up into 3 sections. So I thought I would do, I think Locke is his name. I would start off with his mission. Now, I will preface this by saying I never, during the Super Nintendo, Genesis, Nintendo period of RPGs, when I had an opportunity to name characters, I always gave them stupid names. I never used the character names that came in the game, or what their names were. So Celeste here is not Celeste. I have decided to call her Blondie. Terra, there's only 2 characters whose names I remember when I played this back in '94. Terra, I changed her name to Floopy, which is a name that I still use for female characters to this very day. I don't know why, I just think Floopy is funny. And Jeeker is another character. Jeeker is the guy, he's like the wild kid that learns all the animal things. And apart from those 2 characters, I don't remember anybody else, what I named them. So I'm not going to name any other characters after dates anymore. We're just going to play as usual here, and then I'll come up with a goofy character name as it happens. So so I named her Blondie. I I remember playing when I played this back in the day. I feel like she was kind of my favorite character. Hmm. I am still sleepy. um, I woke up early this morning to go to work for a bit. I don't work on Saturdays or Sundays, but I have a busy week ahead, so I went in this morning at around 9 and left at about just before noon to just do some prep for the week ahead. Stealing is wrong. Oh, I should have said stealing is wrong. All right, let's do a proper save. Hold on, let's see something. Yeah, so no, because I did play it in March. March of 2025. This was the most recent file that I was going on, and so yeah, this was March of 2025 when I logged back in last night. So obviously I'm playing this on the PlayStation 5. Let's open all these before we play with the clock. I like the record player touch. It's nice. Okay, that's the one. Let's double check, see if there's anything down here. One of the things I was thinking about, let me equip her. Alright. Alright, left hand. Let's go ahead and give her that. I initially bought this for Floopy, but we'll give it to her. I don't have any relics. I did buy the sprint shoes because originally when I played, when I loaded this up, I thought, okay, I'm going to play it like the original game, and I'm going to use the sprint shoes on at least one of the characters. And last night, I changed my mind. So, yeah. All right. Wind the clock. And oh, I guess it's right there. All right. Maybe this game just makes me sleepy. I don't know. Iron armor. Oh, I already have that. Can she wear iron armor? No. Well, I mean, she could, but defense barely goes up. It's nice to see that a silk robe has higher defense than iron armor. Let's go down here. Effect increases when worn in a pair. I don't know why I can't stop yawning right now. This is just shameful. Um, I was wondering about something. Is this Sakaguchi's best score for Final Fantasy? I don't know. Oh, ribbon. Let's equip him with the ribbon right now. I didn't know there was a ribbon available so early in the game. Probably because it's totally hidden there. I would say one of my favorite scores is the one he did for 10. But he did not score all of 10, or at least by himself, right? There were other people that did that. So can't see too well here. That's gonna take me back there. I do think... How do I get over here? Oh. Great sword. I think for her, great sword is better. Oh, wait. Yeah, let's give her the heavy shield. Oh, he's already got a heavy shield. Alright, how do I get out of here? But, yeah, as much as I really love the score for 10, maybe my favorite one but this is a really good score. And again, it's just him by himself. Hold on, let's see if there's... Oops. Oh, it takes me back in that way. Interesting. Just want to see if there's anything up here. No, guess not. Alright. Where do I want to go? Maybe here? Why is she in front? Maybe because I guess she's stronger? Not that I mind. Now, if I were cynical, I would make some joke about them sleeping together. like Zelda 2 style or something. Can I save here? No. I think I can only save on the overworld. Let me go ahead and save. Alright. Looks like we need to go into this cave. Let's... Do I have encounters on? Oh, yeah, see, I forgot to turn on encounters. Very important to turn on encounters. And let's be speedy. I like this theme a lot. What is her runic stuff? I don't remember what that is. I don't think I needed to do that, but, you know. Can't remember if I've already been through here or not. Maybe I have. As I said, it's been 11 months since I last played this game. I can just auto battle. If I'm feeling super lazy. All right. So, in the early days of Final Fantasy, I played Final Fantasy 1 on the Nintendo. I skipped Final Fantasy 2 on the Super Nintendo. I had always meant to play it because I loved Part 1. But I just never did. And so, how it happened... When I bought this game, I was living in a small suburb north of Dayton, Ohio. And as I said, I was a freshman in college. And I believe I skipped school that day. Or I left early. Who knows? My early days of college, I was not the most responsible student. And I did not play too many video games in beyond my sophomore year. Sophomore year of high school. I played Super Castlevania. I played A Link to the Past. Super Ghouls and Ghosts, or Super Ghosts and Goblins, whatever it's called on Super Nintendo. And Soul Blazer. Soul Blazer was the game that I bought with my Super Nintendo because I never even played Super Mario World. Honestly, it didn't interest me that much. So, I did play Genesis games a little bit more. I loved my Genesis. So I played Phantasy Star 2 at the end of my 8th grade year when it came out. Phantasy Star 2 being one of my all-time favorite games, even though it's super flawed when you look back on it. I'll probably do a bit of a playthrough of that as well at some point in the future. But love Phantasy Star 2. Played Phantasy Star 3, which I was ultimately disappointed with. That I played in grade 10. Wow, my HP is getting low. I can't think of any games that I played in 11th grade. Let's turn encounters off for a bit. Just because I don't really want to spend too much time on it. I wonder if I'm even supposed to come in here. Let's... Okay, let's leave. I'll turn encounters back on at some point. I think I just need to figure out like what the heck I'm supposed to do. Because I don't remember. Is this... Maybe this is a new cave. Okay, this is Mount... Okay, hold on. So I can't do anything here. Alright. I mean, it seems like the only thing I'm... Hold on. Let's go back here. It's gotta be through here then, right? I'm probably missing something. So I'm gonna shut up for a bit before I start talking about video games in the 1990s, because I just want to see what I'm missing. Okay. Alright. Cool, now we're doing something. Alright, so what are we supposed to do? Don't worry. Oh, okay, I'll learn about the runic stuff now. Okay. Maybe I'm not supposed to use runic blade until later. Wow, that was painful. Okay, maybe I need to keep doing the runic blade. Okay. But that drill's harsh. Eek. That was bad luck. This is no good. Crap! Come on, man. And I think we're gonna lose this battle. I'm gonna just keep using runic until I die. Well, yeah, okay, now I'm dead. Okay. See, this is old school Final Fantasy, and I like this. Oh, this is my first time. Well, maybe I died before, but nice little death animation there. All right. All right. Is there anything I can do to prepare? Don't think so. I'm pretty optimized, so... Oh, okay, he can get another level. Maybe let's grind a bit. So yeah, Final Fantasy, or I'm sorry, Phantasy Star 3, my junior year. I really don't remember much beyond that. I loved playing Super Ghosts and Goblins / Super Ghouls and Ghosts my senior year. Absolutely loved that game. Most of like my last days of gaming in high school were really in ninth grade. Like I played Revenge of Shinobi, Shadow Dancer, Castlevania 3. Um, what's her next level up? Great Sword, Heavy Shield, Plumed Hat. Okay. Where does it? Next level, 357. Let's let's level her up a bit. I don't think it'll take too long. What else did I play in ninth grade? That may have been it. Just Final Fantasy. I played in the first part of grade 9. Sword of Vermilion. Strider on the Genesis. Super Mario Brothers 3 was sort of the bridge in between grade 8 and grade 9. I got Super Mario Brothers 3 right at the end of 8th grade. I mean, I think quite literally maybe a week before the end of 8th grade or 2 weeks. And so I spent the summer playing Mario 3 and then going into grade 9. So the only game I remember playing in grade 12 was A Link to the Past, which I had traded with a friend, although I probably, I feel like I got my Super Nintendo in grade 12, so probably also Castlevania 4. And the only other game I remember, the last game I remember playing on Super Nintendo during my college years, there were 3. 2 of them I rented, and the other I think traded, or I bought it at a used record store, actually. I think that's what happened. At the Second Time Around in Dayton. Back when Second Time Around was there. If there's anybody from Dayton watching this, and if you're of a certain vintage, you know how awesome Second Time Around was. Second Time Around and CD Connection were the places to get music. So, yeah, I rented Pitfall, like the Pitfall game that came out on Super Nintendo. Didn't really care for it. I loved the Pitfall games on Atari, especially Pitfall 2. And then I also rented Donkey Kong Country, which I thought looked great, but whoa, poisoned, huh? I wonder if I'll stay poisoned. I'll use that spring. But this was really my last, my penultimate Super Nintendo game. The last one was Super Metroid, which I played in 1996, after buying it, I assume, at Second Time Around. And then the following year I moved to PlayStation, which I bought either a used PlayStation or a refurbished. How do I run? Yeah, there we go. Oh, okay. So she's at 1. Alright, you're all healed up. So it took me the reason I referenced this as my freshman game is because, of course, it took me my entire freshman year to beat this game. Now, during my high school days, this would have never been the case. I probably would have plowed through this game in a month or two. Because I was a terrible student, I almost never studied. When I was in middle school, pretty much I cared about three things. Video games, skateboarding, and girls. Studying was not even in the top 10. So, um, so yeah, I didn't. But when I lost my train of thought there, sorry. When I got into when I got into my freshman year, I started studying a bit more, worked a part-time job, all of that kind of stuff, because I think this game was pretty expensive when I bought it. I want to say it was $40 or $50, which in 1994 dollars was quite a bit. And as a poor college student who probably had, I worked part-time, so my paychecks each week were probably like, maybe $150, if that much. I made like $5 an hour, just barely above minimum wage. And so yeah, didn't have a lot of extra spending cash or a lot of extra time, because also too, by my freshman year, I was going out and doing things. Had a car. I was really into movies, art, cinema, all that stuff. So I was going to movies. I was going to more concerts. I was doing more adult things. And even though I loved video games a lot, I just didn't have time for them. So I would only play this from time to time. It was never a huge priority, and as a result, it took a long time to beat. The one section of the game that took me the longest was the tower. I forget the name of it, but it's the tower where you can only use magic in the second half of the game. I struggled with that thing. It took me quite a while to get through it. And the last thing that took me the longest to do was get into, not complete, but just get into the final dungeon, because I didn't realize that you had to drop into the final dungeon from the top. So I kept landing my airship to go in from the bottom, and it wouldn't let me in, and I was just like, what am I missing here? I'm missing something, right? Like, I'm not getting this. And very much by accident, I was going to land my airship, and I just happened to be above that final tower. And then I dropped in, and I was like, oh my god, what an idiot. So, and then I beat the game that day, because I was so powerful by that point. I had found all the extra side characters. I had killed whatever the big dragon is in this game. That's let's do two more. Let's get Blondie up one more level, and then we'll fight this thing. Yeah, I beat Kefka the second try. The first try I did get to the final form, but I didn't beat him because I was still working things out. And then I beat him on the second try. And loved the ending to this game. I think it's like a 20-minute ending. I watched it, I believe I timed it, maybe my third time playing, and I was like, oh my god. So I haven't beaten this game since 1995, around spring of 1995. So, long time ago. Alright, maybe one more battle for her. And then we'll get the ball rolling. But yeah, I didn't start picking up video games again until the PlayStation came out. As I said, I bought a either used or refurbished one, I can't remember. And the reason I bought it was I had found out that there was a new Metal Gear game, Metal Gear Solid. And I liked the first Metal Gear on Nintendo was one of my favorite games. I was just like, oh, cool. Now, keep in mind, I did not know that there was a Metal Gear 2 in Japan or in the US. I never knew about the second Metal Gear, so for me it was Metal Gear and then Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid was the second game to me. Really enjoyed the game, even though I thought the story was nonsense. And I liked the story in the non-Japanese release. I know a lot of people complain that, oh, you don't even get to fight Metal Gear at the end. You only fight the supercomputer. That doesn't bother me. It never has. I like the fact that, I don't know, I mean, I kind of think it's cool that you don't fight Metal Gear. And this goes back to something I was talking about last night during my stream, that I don't like bosses in games. They're usually the most or the least interesting thing for me. And final bosses I don't think should be powerful. I think final bosses should be weak. I think the penultimate boss should be powerful, the one guarding the final boss. Alright, that's our level. So, I enjoyed Metal Gear, and I'll resume talking about it after this. Alright, try to steal. I don't know if this is the optimal way to fight this guy, but we're just gonna give it a shot. Could try some items. I don't have any... Ah. No, I didn't want... Oh, I see. to attack. That was a mistake. Got a little too greedy there. Air conditioner again. Getting a bit hot. Alright. Well, that was a little bit easier. I just didn't prepare well for it the first time. What? No experience? Well, poopy. Alright. Okay. Let's do a quick save. I hate Moogles. I hate Koopo. Moogles drive me nuts. I think they're the dumbest thing in Final Fantasy. Unpopular opinion, I assume. Okay, with the Empire's troops in hot pursuit, Steve Bannon, Pony T, short for ponytail, and Floopy ride the rapids towards Narsh, but the going won't be easy. I can't remember. Have I fought Ultros? So the other game that I really wanted for PlayStation, and it may well have been I bought the PlayStation for this. I can't remember. I know I didn't own the game at the time. I borrowed it from a friend, but was Final Fantasy VII. There's a part of me, I think I bought it for Final Fantasy VII. And so the funny thing was, I was super confused about Final Fantasy VII because the last game I had played, of course, was Final Fantasy III. I'm like, why are we on Final Fantasy VII now? But in my brain, I thought, well, there must have been other Final Fantasy games that came out since then that I was just unaware of. Not knowing that this one was the one right before 7. And I absolutely loved Final Fantasy VII. I didn't beat it the first time around, though. Because I had borrowed it from a friend. I got to the end. I got to Sephiroth at the very end of the game, and just never beat it until 2004, which is a story in and of itself that I'll get to at some point. I do not like the Final Fantasy VII remake at all. Oh god, I forgot what Bannon looked like. He looks like such a idiot. I pretty much use auto crossbow for machinist guy all the time. So I'm just gonna keep him with the goggles on, or, you know, his... Do I need to go up here? Yeah, Narsh. Okay, I think I can... Okay, I'm gonna shut up now so I can pay attention. I always thought the Narsh guards look like mummies. I think we have to sneak in, right? I do believe there is, yeah. There we go. This is something that I like. I hate tutorials in games. And I like how this one has like these optional tutorials. Metal Gear Solid did this really well with the VR missions at the beginning that you didn't have to do. But if you did those VR missions first, which I did, then by the time you started the game, you knew how to play it. You knew exactly what to do, and it didn't change. I'm kind of tired of games now that just everything is like every game has like RPG mechanics now. Leveling up stuff. Okay, maybe I'm not supposed to come here. I'll come back here a little bit later, actually, because it's 4:38 right now. And I might go out for some exercise, or I might start preparing dinner. Hold on. Can you look at like the full-size map? So Figaro is down at the bottom. I don't remember exactly what I'm supposed to do. Let's just turn encounters off for a bit while I explore and see if I'm supposed to go back here. What was this? Okay, not supposed to go there. And Figaro has sunk. Oh. Chocobo stable. I don't think I need a chocobo. I'm gonna leave that for now. So here's what I think I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go back up here. I don't want to look at any guides. I want to play this the way that I played it back in the day, which is just figure stuff out on my own and do things that I remember. This is where I came out. So I kind of feel like, I mean, it even said we're supposed to go back to Narsh. Is there... Love the music in Narsh. Isn't there like a... There's the cave. Okay. I think that's where I'm supposed to go. Perfect. Good place to stop for now. We'll save our game. Wait, hold on. Let's turn our encounters on. then we will save. So I'll come back to this either tonight or maybe tomorrow, because I do think I want to play some Code Vein again. And because this is going to be a crazy week, this might be my comfort food game during the week, just to get back into this and relive some fun memories from the past. So, for those of you who are watching this after the stream on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. I wish you a great day or night, wherever you are and whenever you are. Take care, and we will see you soon.